Welcome back to Ikemi Gaming, everyone. Appreciate you watching this video. Today, we're working on the new well, I guess it's not really new anymore. It's new to me. The DLC Journey to the East. So that was their first DLC, if I understand correctly. And so I like doing things in timeline order. And so on it, this is going to be our third episode. But I wanted to mention something that one of my viewers told me about, which is really cool. It was a really great comment. I remember that I kept calling this Preberg, and I was like, what is that letter right there? Anyways, a viewer whose handle is Furman, he said that type of B right there that I'm pointing at right now is a German SZ, and he said it's pronounced in English the same way you pronounce a double S. He said so. This city is not Preberg like I kept saying, but it's actually Pressburg. So that's really cool to know that. And I appreciate Furman for putting that in there. That's cool. I love comments like that. And as we start to go like further over here and get into places I've never heard of before, most of them, um, those are good comments. So keep them coming. That's great. So what are we doing today? Today, let's look at our. Um, we had just checked these off. So let's look at what we got to do next. I got to pause. So by December 83, we had to produce 20 loads of steel and via one of our factories. So you might have noticed that just a few seconds ago it was over to the east. And then we have to have 55,000 citizens in Sibiu, and that's by July 84. So right now we're August 82. So by the end of next year we need the steel, and roughly 2 years from now, game time, we need to have 55,000 in Sibiu. Then at the end of that year, we need two other things. We need to deliver 40 of those loads of steel to Sibiu, so it probably makes sense to bring the Kolesvar steel over the Sibiu. At least 20 of them makes sense. And then also we need to transport 100 passengers in a luxury train line, not train line, directly from Budapest Sibiu without changing trains. So that's going to be the easy one probably. So let's get rid of this for a second. So I seen Kolesvar here. Okay. So this is Transylvania. I wonder what's this gonna cost to buy anyways. Um okay, 642,000. Okay. Alright, so where's Sibiu? Okay, it's right there. So basically these are the two. So I gotta build up Sibiu. I gotta get the Kolesvar. So technically what I could do for some money flow is go to Bresson, the Kolesvar, the Sibiu. Is there any other cities above? Well, there's this one above, but it's redded out, so we can't do anything about it anyways. So we could probably do a train line down there, getting some money rolling, and then we'll have to start our steel process. Looks like Sibiu's making bread. We have grain right here, so that's good. I could bring that in to do the bread. Um, that's okay. We have Temesvar over here, but and then we have Sveged. I could technically bring a line down from Keskimet to Sveged to Temesvar, and I could make um, like an express line this way too. Because I don't know if I bring this through here. This would be tough if I did that. I mean, it looks doable. Let's see, contour lines. Oof, no, it's less doable than I thought. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, man, that would. It's a good thing they don't ask for that because I'm not sure about that. But we could bring that down. Something else we could do to make money. Okay, that's read it out. So basically, we could do two express lines, and eventually, we could do that luxury line from Budapest way over to Sibiu. I don't see that being a problem. The steel is going to be a problem, and then the building Sibiu up. Sibiu needs, well, any city needs grapes. Oh, was there grapes somewhere? Okay, grapes are up there. They need wheat. We already mentioned that. Wood is right next door, so that's good. Um, they need meat. Colesvar makes meat, so that's doable. Is there honey anywhere? That's so one tricky one is gonna be honey. Is that I think is this honey there? What is that? Okay. Alright. So think the only honey we have is way over here. That's super far away. That's gonna be a problem. That is really gonna be a problem. This is none. Okay, wait, is that honey? No, that's goat cheese, right? That's not honey either, right? Yeah, that's. You know what? I don't know what we're gonna do there, honestly. I'm not sure. Maybe we can avoid the honey thing and somehow get over the line of that 55,000. But the steel is something else to think about. What's the steel situation here? How many people do you need to demand steel? Because they're not going to ship over to Sibiu if they don't need. Okay, so see, they have no demand. Does Sibiu have natural demand for steel, or is it only when we build a factory? Okay, so they added demand for steel. Okay, that's good. That means one of these factories making like tools or something. Okay, that's a good thing. So we maybe could get away from this honey and get over the finish line by providing these four basic goods and maybe the steel once we get to that point. So we're gonna have to grow cauliflower also to get to the point where we can even get another industry to even be able to make steel. So that's gonna be, and then to construct steel, let's see, went, where's our factories? Steel is gonna cost us 515,000. We're gonna need coal, and we're gonna need iron. So where do we stand on that? Okay, there's iron, I believe, and there's coal. Okay, that's good. So they put those close by. All right, I think we have a general outline of what we need to do. Can we buy anything else? No, it looks like everything else is out of bounds. So really, this is the only thing we can buy, and we can't do a thing until we buy this, really. So we could go and see, do we have any loans available to us? Okay, we got one there, 5%. Let's go ahead and take that, and let's go ahead and buy this. Okay, oh, that's a little loud. I guess I should probably turn that down. That's a little bit of a loud sound effect. So if we go in here, where do we want our express line underneath? Almost, because see, we got these. This will need, well, actually, we could use this one. But this and this will need. And then the meat we're going to need. This we're going to need eventually, the cauliflower. I think, I think we're going to go ahead and put maybe we should put contour lines down. Oh, okay, well, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and let's see, get this. I don't like, on the computer, you can't, like, the rotation is weird. You almost got to keep over rotating to get the proper thing you want. I think we'll go like this. We'll put it on the lower end of things. So, cauliflower, we'll call that express, because we're going to need some money rolling in. And I think we'll go ahead. Let's see, Debrecen, I don't think I had. Yeah, I had nothing on that. Technically, I could bump all those up to get a better. I think Sibiu will make that be our maintenance hub. I believe that would be the better way to go. Okay, so for now, we'll just go ahead and come in our third line here. And we'll bring this over. I want to keep maxed out. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, how about that? What's that look like? Okay, we can make this a little 1%. It's probably worth it. Oh, 84 is not worth it. I don't like 84. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and twin this. Okay, now let's go and put our track directions down. I like twinning things. There's some people that don't. I mean, it's kind of, it's your choice, you know, like what your style is, I guess. I don't know, I'm kind of weird that way. I like keeping things separate, but you know, to each their own. And then I need to put a supply state tower. Okay, perfect. So I got 141,000. So that burned a ton of money doing that. Okay, let's go ahead and just throw a train on this for now. And let's see, Bavarian, AAA, yep. We'll go Express, mail car, the dining car, and the caboose. And we're gonna need a little bit of time to get that, I guess. And then that way we'll get a bit of income coming from this. I'll just speed it up slightly. If we get a bit of income, that's something. And then, you know, key one, what we could do next. Okay, let's see. Let's get that slowed down now. So that's going. So there is no maintenance post though. So that's not good. But we can keep sort of cheating in a way. I almost think this one we want to keep under, but flip it around. Let's see if we can get this at the right, just the right angle here. Bring it as far as I can. Okay, right there. All right, now this one's where we're gonna want our maintenance right here. So let's go ahead and call that Sibiu Express. Now let's see what we got here for train lines. We're going up there. We could probably just go straight here. And these we can move later. That's 0.01%. That's not too bad. And that's gonna be 148 to build that. We're just gonna have to hope our train doesn't break down before we get to that point. And that's sort of the hope. It's a little bit of a gamble. Right now we're making 168,000 a week. So hopefully we can get enough to do that. I see my research is starting to pile up a little bit. So we'll take a gander at that as soon as I get this 148 that stubbornly doesn't want to click over for me. Okay, there we go. So we got that. Now let's see what our twin 198. Okay, that's going to be definitely going to be wild. In the meantime, let's look at this. 100 points, new locomotives. I kind of want things that increase. Okay, the speed could be good. That could be good. If I can get something that can increase direct finances would be nice. Luxury trains, no. Residual value, no. Immigration, not really. We could go with this. We could wait a bit longer and get this express line here, but that's going to cost a boatload of money upgrading our trains, which we don't really have that at the moment. I'm not sure. Oops. Locomotives. The speed one. Okay, let's go with this speed one, I think. Okay, let's do that. I'm not really sure that was the best thing to do, but it was what I did, so that's all that matters. Okay, so we'll put our gridirons in too. Go down. Get this hitting all three cities very quickly, hopefully, like I said, before the train decides to break down because I have no maintenance on it. Okay, now let's go back up here. Let's grab a train line right there. Okay, so we can add in Sibiu, and then we'll go Kalzavar again. And can we bump it up a train? Oh, we can. Okay, let's do that. We'll bump it up a train. Let things roll. So now we got our three cities in. I can probably take off this contra line deal. Oh, we got some money. So let's go ahead and put a maintenance depot in. Perfect. Alright, so right now We have our line. It's gonna start making money. As soon as I get enough, I'm gonna go ahead and make it 3 trains, and then I'll probably just kind of rest there. I prefer to have 6 trains, really, in general, but um, I don't know. I feel really tight on money in this setup. So let's do that. And so then that helps us with nothing really. It's just gonna create more income, which we do need. So the first thing is this loads of steel and Kolesvar. We need to bump up the city. Right now the city's getting, they're almost getting enough, well they are getting enough meat I guess. The honey they're getting nothing. They're getting a bit of bread. So they're getting their grapes, they're getting their meat. So the honey would help. They need the goat cheese and they need wine. But I could bring those things in and grow them faster maybe. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go with a completely different thing than what I just said, which if you watch some of my videos, you know this happens all the time. So we're gonna go to our express and we're gonna kick in a post office and a restaurant. I need my income up, and this is what I'm trying to do. So we'll do the same thing here. Go post office. We'll go restaurant. I can't take any more loans right now, so I'm kind of hooped that way. Budapest. This is where I already had the maintenance depot. So I'm gonna go post office because it's slightly cheaper and it does 20% instead of 15. So then I'm way over here now. Qu'est-ce We're gonna go restaurant, and I'm hoping that this will boost my revenues. I'm hoping. I don't know. Maybe it won't boost it enough, but that's because I already have the infrastructure in. So in theory, this I could bump my trains up too. That's another move I could make. Okay, and then this should only leave a post office in Sibiu that I'm needed to do. There's that. Perfect. Okay, so now everything's fully maximized on that. Like I said, I could bump the trains up. We look at the train lines. We got this one here that you can see, Budapest to Debrecen. It's doing 58,000. That's not a horrible one to bump up, really. Vienna to Pressburg Express, basically doing the same thing, 58,000. And then where was the one I just did? Okay, Debrecen to Kolsvar, it's only doing 17. So technically, I should bump one of these up. So we could go, can we go 5? Yeah, let's go 5. Let's go 5. We need to get our income up. I'm hoping this is gonna work. If it doesn't, well, then it's like all or nothing in a way. So if I want to bump up Vienna to Pressburg to Budapest, this one I need 332. It's gonna be a while before I get to there. Let's go 4. Let that start to make a bit more. See, we're making quite a bit less before. This should help bump things up, I'm hoping. And then we have all our bonuses there now. So the other thing sort of a leftover from what we were doing is I could go ahead and put a station and a line in from this wood, which would help build up Keskamet, because right now, where is it sitting with the wood? Yeah, see, it's at 0. So see, it would grow faster if I had wood going in there. I think I will do that. It's a little deviation from my original plan, but let's put our contours on. Yeah, let's go back to that. Okay, so we pretty well have to see if we can get this. All right, perfect. That'll work. Okay, so we got bump guard terminal. If I bring it out here, and then come in there. Oh, actually, I didn't realize. I did. Okay. Let's zoom in and move this. Okay, let's build that there. Okay, so if I bring this in now and twin that, it wants a whole pile of money, of course. I could have single lined it in, really. See, my problem with this game is that sometimes I'm all over the map doing stuff, and I just want to make more income because then it gives you more money, but then it takes time to do that. So it's kind of it's a bit of a catch-22 when you do it that way. I never quite have enough time and or money. And these scenarios always have time limits, and I understand that, but I kind of don't like the time limit, to be honest with you. Okay, so can I come back in and build this out to my wood? Will that work? Okay, looks like it wants to. Okay, perfect. Get our, oh, nope, not that. Grid iron in. Awesome. Okay. So now, and I believe we have a maintenance in Keskmet Freight, I believe. So we'll make sure it's going in full. I think we'll just bring, no, we want one train. Just we don't want a double A. Let's go back to the class F. Let's see, freight, right there. We can put that on, perfect. Okay, so we get these contours off. We're good. This guy, I don't know, it's waiting to be loaded for 4 weeks. Okay, they're just waiting for goods. Okay, well maybe they don't need any. Let's see, are they full? Is that what the problem is? 8.9, they only need 0.6. Okay, so plenty. Okay, so that's not what the issue is. Near Novi Sad, that's probably not even anywhere near us. Okay, let's stop that for a second. So there, okay, there's Kolsvar. Well, you know what? We may have to go ahead and put our factory down really, because if we don't, someone else is going to come in and do that, or they're going to throw some random factory. So we need 515,000 is what we need. I think I might put a way over here on this side, because we'll have our freight on the other side. I can only keep that free. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do that. Right. So now that's going to add. So I'm going to make steel. So I need to get coal and I need to get iron. So steel itself, what does it need? It needs half a coal for every 1 iron. Okay, so what about our iron situation here? How much is it? 126? Okay, let's go ahead and buy that. I like buying businesses because if they're reasonably priced, they're good to have. And so if I buy that, then I can start working at bringing them in. Okay, 116. Yes, we can do that. Perfect. Okay. So now we basically need twice as much. Was it iron again or coal? Okay. Twice as much iron than we need coal. So we're going to need to put, let's see, let's flip this around. I think that's pretty decent. That gives us lots of room to work there. So we're going to call this coals of our freight. We need this. We can put that. We're going to need maintenance. So we'll do that. Then we're going to need, let's see, let's put these contour lines on just so we don't, okay, yeah, we definitely need this way down lower. Let's see. As you can see, it's a little touchy. Okay. So we can build this. Probably gonna go over. It's a little difficult if you don't hit it straight on. Okay, we can go this way then. Should be able to bring it straight in. Could bring it to, well, let's bring it here. We may move that later. Because if we want to do the breast into there, well, actually, we probably wouldn't because they have meat anyways. So if we do that, can we move this a bit more? We could do it on an angle. Angles are tricky though. Sometimes they, then you go to, you know, let's try it, but it's always a risk you take that it's not going to work. Okay, so it's already shown red for some reason. Okay, does it? Okay, yep, there it is. Yep, that's exactly what I was worried about. See how it's too bad I couldn't fix that, you know? Like, seriously, just, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a quality of life thing you should be able to fix. So now I gotta go ahead and get rid of this and try it again, I guess. So let's try this again, shall we? Okay, if I have it like that, that should work. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now we can double it up. Okay. Then that'll bring in my iron once I get enough money to do so. See, my income went up quite a bit, eh? Well, it was for a couple seconds anyways. Now it dropped down, but we need 258 to twin this. Okay, let's go ahead and put my directionals on that. Put our gridiron. We probably could have singled this, really. Probably could have. And maybe we should have, I don't know. That's something we could debate. So I'll put this here. Okay, so we're gonna want, we'll just go one train for now, I think. Should be enough. So we'll max that out. We'll go with the class F. Oops. Freight. Perfect. So then we're gonna want to put another train station over here. Nope, don't need that report. Okay, there. Okay, bureau rest. Awesome. So we're gonna come, like, I don't know, can we do this? Let's try it and see. Alright, 2097. I don't know why it's 97, but I think it's not going to matter. We could probably just leave that be 97 rather than rip up our line again. Maybe it's for this little angle thing here, maybe. We'll leave it at that. And as soon as we get enough money, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So we can put this, no, up. I should click on the other side first. It would make it easier. Now I need my gridiron. Okay, perfect. Now let's just bring one train in of this. We could always bump the iron train up to 2 if we need to. Let's go freight. Perfect. Okay, so right now we should have iron and coal. Now if we go back, let's pause that for a second. We go back to this. We need to produce 20 loads of steel. Okay, so then later we need to deliver them to Sibiu. So really, there's no reason in the world we shouldn't go ahead and stick our freight line down in Sibiu as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, nicely that there's really, doesn't look like there's anything terribly in the way here. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Put this. Okay, is that all 0? Move this. Is that all 0? Yes, it is. Okay, let's do that. We can, well, we can't quite twin it yet. Wealthy On has given us 100 industry stocks. That's good to have. We'll take it. No problem at all. So if we can get this hooked up, it will also bring more bread up to Kosovar, and it will bring meat down to Sibiu on a more steady pace. So that's also a good thing. Okay, we'll put our grid irons down. We already have maintenance in Kosovar, so I don't think we need any in Sibiu for the moment anyways. Right, so now let's do our train. Kosovar freight to Sibiu. Okay, we'll stick with the class F. We'll just leave it at freight. We do have meat though, so we probably should put a refrigerated car on. Okay, let's go ahead and confirm that. We could, let's make this have a minimum. We'll say at least 4, and we'll let Sibiu bring back whatever it wants to bring back. Okay, perfect. Okay, so our revenue's up to 310. That's good. So the steel should be kind of a given that that'll work out decent. So we should take care of that. Probably we'll take care of this. So now we need to get our citizens up in Sibiu. The other thing we could do is put a train from Budapest to Sibiu without a luxury line. Maybe we should do that. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go Budapest. Oh, you know what? We can't do that. We can't. We cannot do that. Let's see. Where do we stop? Budapest goes up to Debrecen over here. See, it goes to Debrecen there, and then it comes out. Then another line comes out there. So what we're going to have to do is, if we can kind of make that be a little runaround. 80 is not good though. We don't want 80. That's 0. Okay, we could maybe, let's get rid of that. This one right here. No, we're gonna need it, I guess. Okay, 2%, 4%. Alright, let's go with that. Okay, so we put our, there might be a better way of doing that. I don't really know if there is. If anyone has an idea for that, let me know in the comments below. So if we do that, we should be able to get all the way to Sibiu. And if we do that, we'll put all the way to the other end where we can get a Bavarian AA. We'll put 1, and we'll look for luxury rail line. Put that on, confirm, boom. Okay, so if I pause this for a second. Yeah, Budapest Sibiu without changing trains. That's exactly what that's going to do. And we could go get a train here. But man, it's going to want us to, I mean, it is faster. It is faster. It's got way better traction, but boys, I'm going to have to do a lot of climbing up to get that. I'm going to lose my express status. Do I want to do that really though? Do I want to do that? You know what? All right, let's roll the dice and do it. And the first thing it's going to do is probably growl that I have a faster train now. I'm sure they're all going to be upset that my train. Yeah, there they are right there. See, look, everyone's mad that there's faster trains. But they're just going to have to hold their horses. As It's just the way it is. So this should kind of be slowly working as the train runs. This will slowly work. This will slowly work. So really, Sibiu is where we're going to want to put our effort. So let's go ahead and stop the video there. And in the next episode, we're going to work on Sibiu directly. So what do we do in this episode? We built our express line from Debrecen down to Kosovar to Sibiu. We got our luxury line running from Budapest. We did a little run around Debrecen to get straight down to Sibiu. We probably could have stopped in these cities too. I'm not really sure. But whatever, we'll leave it be. We didn't do this that I said I was going to do, Szeged Temesvar. Maybe I should, I don't know. We did bring in the wood into Kecskemét. We added our modifiers to our stations for express lines to make them make more money. Sometimes it's like 200, 250, sometimes it's 350. It just depends, I guess, on the season. We built our steel mill. We brought in our iron. We bringing in our coal. Let's see if we look at our, where is that? There we are. So we're making one. We could technically we could bump that up. 516. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll go to level 2. So that will help the city grow. It's almost at 50,000. It's fulfilling a demand. It's okay. We'll leave it there. Like, comment, and subscribe. Come back and watch the next great video of Ike and me gaming.